Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today I am getting ready to do a really quick meal prep session, and I thought since I'm making a new recipe, I would show you what I am making. So I have just been recently kind of experimenting with adding different vegetables back into my eating plan. Not all of them, just some that I know that are fairly safe considering I have IBS. I have been really trying to just incorporate vegetables that I know are low FODMAP, that are a little bit safer for people who have IBS. And so one of those things that I've been experimenting with lately is zucchini. So I'm going to make a zucchini casserole that I've never made it before. I found a recipe online. I tweaked it a little bit to make it what I wanted it to be. And hopefully it turns out okay. We'll see. Oh, and generally with pretty much all of my meal prep sessions, one thing that I always do is I make a batch of hard cooked eggs in the Instant Pot. So that's gonna be part of my meal prep today. And then I'm gonna make the casserole. I'm not going too overboard with making a lot of different meals anymore with my meal prepping because I've been trying to incorporate intermittent fasting. So I generally will try to fast through breakfast and then just eat lunch and dinner. So having just, eating just 2 meals a day and then sometimes maybe a snack in between there. I don't really need to prep a lot of meals. And also it's just me because generally my husband and I don't eat the same things. He has his own issues with like ulcerative colitis, and he definitely can't have vegetables. So, he's not going to want to eat any of this casserole that I'm making. So anyway, I'm just making one dish, one casserole. That's going to be my meal prep for the week. And then that'll probably be my lunches during my work day, just because work is so busy. It's nice to have something to just grab and heat up. And then I may or may not eat something different for, my dinner meals throughout the week, but at least, at dinner time, I have more time that I can actually put something together and make something as opposed to lunch during the day. So anyway, just gonna make my hard cooked eggs in the Instant Pot, and then I'm gonna make my casserole. Okay, so this is my favorite way to make hard cooked eggs in the Instant Pot. And I found these cute little handy wire racks on Amazon. And so you just put them in there, put them in the Instant Pot, add a cup of water, and then I just put it on the egg setting, low pressure for like maybe 1 or 2 minutes. And that's it. It's so easy. Okay, so the eggs are cooking and they can just do their own thing. I just let it release the pressure naturally and it's just perfect. I just love doing the Instant Pot eggs. So time to make my casserole. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I have a pound of ground beef. The recipe I found called for lean ground beef, but I usually do like 80 or 85%. That's kind of my favorite range just because the lean stuff is so dry. So this is 80% ground beef, and I'm just gonna brown this up on the stove. All right, so I have a few seasonings that I'm gonna throw in with the ground beef while it is cooking. So I've got some garlic powder. I did 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then Italian seasoning. I did, how much did I do of this? I did 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning, and then I did 1/2 a teaspoon of salt. This is my favorite salt, Redmond's Real Salt. And sorry, the Instant Pot was being very noisy there as it was building up its pressure for the eggs. So anyway, I measured all of those out into just a little cup, and I'm just gonna dump this in with the hamburger or the ground beef while it's cooking. Okay, so my next thing while the ground beef is cooking is I've got my zucchini. So this is, it doesn't look like it, but this is 2 pounds of zucchini, which I did the spiralized thing to make it into zoodles. So anyway, what I did is, this did look like a much bigger batch. So I put salt on it, put it in the refrigerator overnight and let it sit, and then excuse me, I ran it underwater under the colander and then squeezed it to get out all of the excess moisture, because if you've ever cooked with a zucchini, it like releases all kinds of moisture in your dish. And if you don't do that, then it's gonna be like a runny, really watery mess. So anyway, started out a lot more than that, but this is 2 pounds of zucchini. It has been rinsed, it has been squeezed, and so pretty much all the moisture I could get out is out of that. Okay, so the ground beef is done. It smells really, really good. And I generally do not drain my ground beef because I like to keep all of that good stuff in there. So I'm just gonna take this pan, bring it on over here to my counter where I've got my zucchini, and I'm just dumping it all together. Okay, so the other part of the recipe called for diced tomatoes, and the recipe I found was for 28-ounce cans, but I had these two different styles of diced tomatoes, and so I'm just going to use these 2 cans, one of each. They're a little bit different, but I don't think it's really going to matter. Okay, so I drained these into the sink, all of the extra juice. So, because I don't want this casserole to be really runny. So, just dump those in there, and I'm going to do both cans. Tomatoes are another vegetable that I've been experimenting with that has not really seemed to be causing me any issues. Right. I'm just going to stir all of this up real good. I probably should have used a bigger bowl just to not make a mess. Okay, so I'm finding that probably this would work better if I had the zucchini just chopped into pieces instead of the long strands of zoodles. But what I'm going to do is take my kitchen scissors, and I'm just gonna cut them apart because they're not really mixing very well like I want them to. So the zoodles work really great if you're trying to, like, you know, make like a spaghetti or, you know, like any kind of like a noodle dish like that, but they don't seem to be working that well for what I want them to do right now. And I want them to stir and mix in with all of this stuff. So we're just gonna chop them up, and then I think that it'll probably mix a lot better. Yeah, that seems to work a little better, instead of having just a great big ball of zoodles just sitting there and not wanting to move. All right, that looks good. Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm kind of adjusting this recipe as I go. And so it just dawned on me that I might want to add some eggs just to kind of make the mixture stick together a little bit in the pan. So I have 4 eggs here. I'm going to whisk those up and add those to the mixture. Okay, another thing I decided to add, I am really making this up as I go. This is 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. I just feel like that is going to make it even better. Mix that all up real good. Okay, the last thing I'm going to add is I've got 2 cups of mozzarella cheese here. Throw that in there. Okay, I have got my mixture all ready. I am going to just put this in a pan and put it in the oven. I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Honestly, I'm not really sure how long it's gonna have to cook. I'm just gonna have to keep checking it, but I'm guessing like maybe around maybe 30 to 40 minutes is kind of my estimate. All right, I think that this looks like it is going to be so good. I can't wait to try it. Okay, so while that is cooking, I am going to go through all of the ingredients. I'm going to go into my Fitness Pal and I enter recipes. I like to track my food. I like to track my macros, my calories. I like to track everything that I'm eating and drinking. So when I make a recipe like this, then I go through and I actually figure out the macros, the calories, and all of that per serving. So I'm going to do that now. And then when I post the video, I will try to remember to post the recipe and the nutrition information down below. And if I forget, just drop a comment and let me know, because sometimes I have all these things going through my head and sometimes I forget. So anyway, I'm gonna work on that now. All right, so my eggs are done. I've peeled them. They are so easy to peel in the Instant Pot. I like to keep hard-boiled eggs in the fridge just because if I want a snack, it is the perfect healthy snack. It's like the perfect proportion of protein and fat. So I always have these on hand. And sometimes if I want to make like a tuna salad or a chicken salad or just an egg salad or something, you know, fast like that, then I've got them in the fridge ready to go. Okay, the casserole's done. It smells amazing. I ended up cooking it like around 45 minutes. And I don't know that that's really necessary, but I wanted it like, I like things to be really done as far as casseroles and stuff. So about 45 minutes at 350 Fahrenheit. And I'm gonna let it cool and then I'm gonna try it. All right, check this out. It looks so good. It smells good. I cannot wait to see how it tastes. Okay, so I figured out all of the like the calories and macros and all of that stuff, and what I decided is that this will be about 6 servings is kind of how I proportioned it. So I like how the calories and macros look for 6 servings. Sometimes when I do a casserole, I'll do like 8 servings, but this one is going to be 6, and I will post all of that information down below beneath the video. All right, I dished everything out into 6 servings. It didn't really stick together that well. It really is more like kind of a spoonable casserole, but it looks pretty dang good. And there's a little bit of moisture from the zucchini, but not bad at all. Okay, it's still pretty hot. I haven't really let it cool off very much yet, but I'm kind of dying to see what it tastes like. So here we go. Hopefully it's cooled off enough for me to eat it. Oh my God. That is so freaking good. OMG. Wow. Did not expect it to be this good. It's a winner, definitely winner. Okay, that's it for today. Very successful meal prep day. Oh my gosh, that casserole is so amazing. I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited about food in a while. I think that just the more variety and adding some vegetables and stuff back into my eating plan has been really exciting and just different because, you know, I've been very close to carnivore for so long that now adding the variety is very exciting. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I am going to be sharing more videos like this. And then I will drop down below in the comments. I will share the recipe. I'll share the nutrition facts that I figured out for macros and calories for 6 servings. I also have my link tree down below. That is really a place where I share like a lot of my favorite items, like the favorite products, like for example, the egg rack that I used for the Instant Pot today, like things like that. I just have a lot of my favorite stuff saved there. So anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.